Good morning, everyone, and today I got a very exciting package in my mail today. It is my Pink Bird Ambassador box from Etude House, so we're gonna go through this and just so I can show you guys what I got in my box and also demo some of the products. By the way, my box always gets destroyed, which I'm so sad because I really want to use these boxes, but they get kind of beat up in the mail. I had one box that I received in good condition, and then my cat Lucky threw up in it, so I had to throw it away. Now these are the Big Cover BB Cream, or BB Concealer, which is this. And then this is the Big Cover Concealer Cushion. So I'm going to demo these on my face so we can see how these look. And on top of that, I also got 3 different eyeshadows, which I'm wearing on my eyes right now. So this guy right here is the Big Cover Concealer BB Cream, I guess. A high coverage BB cream that's serves as a concealer because you can apply it as a thin layer all over your skin, and then you can go back in with the same thing and touch up areas that need more coverage, like under your eyes and acne and, you know, marks and things like that. So it looks like this, just looks like a typical foundation bottle. Mine is in shade number 3, which I believe is the darkest shade that they offer. Holy crap. This is what the applicator looks like. So, yeah, I don't really know what to say. I'm a little taken aback by the size of this applicator. Doesn't have really, it has a little bit of a light scent, nothing too crazy. Whoa, this is super thick. It's a very dry formula. So we'll see how this does on my dry skin. Just for reference, I do have a dry skin type, and I'm about an NC 20 to 25 in MAC shades. It's definitely on the high coverage side. All right, now I'm going to apply some onto my forehead, obviously. Okay, so that's what it looks like on my skin in just one layer. There's a little bit of a color difference, obviously, but I'm just going to go ahead and blend it down my neck a little bit to help match it to the rest of my body. Actually sets very quickly as well. It's not really sticky on my skin, and I like the finish of it. I think it's very pretty. This is what it looks like on my skin. Sets very quickly, so you kind of have to work in sections on your skin. You can't just apply it everywhere and go back and blend it in. It's also a little bit of a drier formula, so it is sitting in some of like my dry spots, like on my forehead a little bit, but it's nothing too terrible. So this would probably be pretty good for people who have oily skin, and I don't even feel like I need to set it with a powder, so that's pretty good. So I'm gonna go back in and, like it says, dot this onto some areas that need extra coverage, like underneath my eyes, some just marks here and there, and we'll see if it's buildable. Okay, so that's what it looks like blended in. So actually, it's very buildable. It seems like it layered very well, and it has really good coverage because it's very, very high coverage, thick, formulated foundation. So I'm going to zoom you guys back out. Okay, so I actually like the finish of that foundation. I think it's pretty nice. So next I'm going to go ahead and try this Big Cover Cushion Concealer. So it looks like this. It has a little sponge tip applicator, and you just click the end here. I don't know how many times to click this. Alright, there it goes. Can you guys see it coming up? Alright. So mine is in Peach Pink shade number 3. This applicator is interesting, but I don't know how hygienic it could be. So that kind of is something that throws me off a little bit, but I don't know, we'll see. It's definitely brightening concealer, so I probably shouldn't have stuck it on my red areas, but we will deal with it. Okay, so now that it's blended into my skin, and I actually really like the appearance it gives my under eyes. It makes my under eyes look super bright and super awake. I don't know if you guys can see much of a difference. Also, it blended out really easily, didn't crease very much, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what this looks like in the sunlight. Okay, so this is what it looks like in a natural sunlight. I think it looks really, really natural. Doesn't need a powder whatsoever. Like, it's a pretty dry finish type of BB cream slash foundation, so I really like that a lot. I do wish the shade was a little bit darker. I can pull it off by applying a little bit of bronzer, so I'm not too worried about that, but I do wish it were just a teeny tiny bit darker. Okay, so now that you guys have seen what my foundation looks like in natural sunlight, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the eyeshadows. Now, since it is a Year of the Monkey, which if you did not know, little fun fact, I was born in Year of the Monkey. Etude House came out with these to celebrate the Year of the Monkey, and they created a line called Monkey Wish Eyes, which I think is cute. They have limited edition packaging as well as limited edition shades, and all of the eyeshadows have a little impression of a monkey on the eyeshadow itself, which mine are kind of getting a little messed up since I used mine. So this first one is in PKO13 and the shade is in Cheer Up, a pearlized pink type of color with a little bit of gold reflex to it. Next I got BE109, which is in shade Payday, and this one is a shimmery bronze color. It has a little bit of a golden undertone to it, so you guys can see it's kind of like a pewter type of bronze, if that makes any sense. And last but not least, I got this one, which is in GR707, and this is called Exam Pass, which I think is such a funny name. It's like a brown with green reflex to it, so it's very unique looking. So yeah, so those are the 3 eyeshadows that I received. There are a total of 10 different eyeshadows that came out with this range, so they're all, like I said, limited edition and limited edition packaging, and they all have unique packaging to them, so I think that's really fun. So yeah, this is kind of turning into a first impressions because since I applied the foundation, I want to show you guys how it wears throughout the day. I'm going to just check in with you guys at the end of the day so you can guys see the wear, and I'll explain if I've had any issues with it or things that I like about wearing the foundation, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so I'm back and I've had this foundation on my skin for about 8.5 hours now, and the foundation that I've been wearing all day is this Big Cover concealer from Etude House. It's their new Big Cover line, and excuse my makeup, but let's face it, it's end of the day, so this is coming right off. I can still see it on my skin a bit. Like I said, I wish this was slightly darker because it just was a little too light for my skin, especially when I'm not wearing bronzer or powder to correct it. Since I just had this on my skin by itself, it was a little too light, but if I could use powder, bronzer, etc., that would help a lot. It didn't crease or do anything weird on my skin. I think this is good for those of you guys who are looking for a little bit of high coverage foundation, and also I think it'd be really good for those of you guys who have oilier skin. I found that with this foundation, luckily it didn't do anything weird as far as accentuating my dry patches since I do have dry skin or anything like that. I didn't need to set it, which is always a plus, but I feel like if I did set it, it would have just been a little too dry for my dry skin. So I think this is definitely great for those of you guys who have combination or oily skin and just set it with a powder, and you might have to touch it up throughout the day. But yeah, I thought this was a really interesting BB cream, and I love the concept that you can build it up. So Big Cover concealer, I love this concealer. I thought it went on really nicely. It wore really nicely throughout the day. Didn't crease or anything like that. And the only thing I have an issue with is this applicator, because I feel like it can't be the most hygienic, especially for pimples and things like that. But maybe I'll just have to wipe some on the back of my hand and then apply it wherever I need to, just so it's cleaner. But yeah, so that is my little mini first impressions of these two products that I got from my Pink Bird Ambassador box. So yeah, I'm exhausted from my day, so I'm gonna go ahead and wash my face and take a shower and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys are all happy and healthy, and as always, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!